Hello, welcome to the Black Hearted Oracle. Now, before we get started, I'd like to pay homage and reverence to Mother Sustainer, Father Creator, and of course my beautiful ancestors. Now, this is a reading that I was guided to do, and it's for what we would normally call the Karmics, but in this reading they'll be called the descending feminine or masculine of whatever sign, and this one is for Gemini, so this is beginning with the feminine. Sorry about the dogs barking outside. I like fresh air, so yeah. Yeah, so what this is about is we all end up being karmics in someone's life at some point in our lives. So to call and designate one person to being a karmic is kind of valuable in my eyes because, as I said, we're all ascending and descending throughout our lives. And the situation with the divine couple and the karmic, or the descending feminine or masculine, is meant to teach everyone involved a valuable lesson on self-love and self-respect and self-care, and also walking your own path. Even the divine couple, they still have to walk their own path while they're walking a combined path. Okay, let me not take this out too further. So let's get started. You have, and I did say this is for the descending feminine Gemini, right? Yeah, so you have Faceless Ghosts and the Haunted Girl, Ghost People. You have 7 Community, and this is 34, which is a 7 again. This is the opening guidance. You have 39, the 5th chakra Archangel Gabriel. You have nothing will come of this situation, Void of Course Moon. You have Abundance. You have Instincts. You have 21, the Mountain. 16, the Star. 9, the Flowers. And 39, the Dice. And this is your closing guidance. So let's get started with the messages. 34, Ghost People. It says, they wear a variety of masks and they regularly take up a new cause or identity without being aware of their own need to grow and learn themselves. They seek out energy from others who are bright, strong, and real. They are seeking hers. It is likely they are seeking yours. They are sending her messages, but she knows that they are not what they seem. That there are many like them in the world. It says you may seem in need of help to people who actually have an agenda at the moment. People around you are acting like experts and supporting each other in group mindsets, wanting you to join in for your own good. Despite your misgivings, they are so easily taking on beliefs and ideas of powerful others. You may be asked to join with others in their beliefs and be alarmed at the mindset, devoid of human joy and warmth. It is wise for you to keep your own counsel, remain detached, wait for the faceless ones to reveal themselves. They will change when an even more powerful person for them to attach to comes along. Know that until they find their own selves, commit to following that path, they will be as blank pages, written upon by whatever hand comes near them. Make your own mark on this world. There could be imitation taking place where your work and ideas and even your personality are being copied too closely. Oh, excuse me, one moment. I don't have my clarifying. Okay, sorry about that. It's already pre-shuffled, but being that it wasn't in my space, I want to give it a couple more shuffles. So, as we can see here, it seems as though she's haunted by her past. And, and maybe she's not fully into who her personality is. As I say, attaching to whatever company she's around. So, like a chameleon. And King of Air and 3 of Air while I'm shuffling. Okay. Let's get this one. Okay, sorry about that. Okay, why is the faceless ghost here for the descending feminine Gemini? Why is the faceless ghost here for the descending feminine Gemini? And that one too. Yeah. Okay. That one wanted to come out as well. And the Three of Air again at the bottom. All right. So that's the Three of Swords. So what came out was the Seven of Air, the Page of Earth, and the Two of Earth. All right. So as it's saying, like, she's wearing masks, being sneaky, you know, plans that need revision, more going on that needs the eye, poor timing, because she's so in search of an opportunity, you know, wanting to do something more challenging and juggling opportunities. She's consistently juggling opportunities because she doesn't have a direction for herself yet. And maybe she was taught that this is the best way to go about life, and it's not, because it's not doing her any good. I'm going to put this back just because I wasn't ready to ask anything. Okay. Community. Why is the community card here? Why is the community card here? But if I wanted to say why that Ace of Cups popped out, it would be because looking for love in all the wrong places. Okay. Yeah. She needs to give the outside work that she's doing with all these faceless ghosts, she needs to give it a rest. Why is the Four of Air here with the community? Yeah. Yeah. And at the bottom of the deck, that she needs to take a different perspective from what she's trying so hard to work on. You know? She needs to put a rest to what she's trying to work on, whether this is a third-party situation, because we did see the Three of Air in this when I was shuffling, even though it hasn't popped yet. But, yeah, it's time for her to pick a path. You know, stop juggling with these options that she has. Take the time to rest. Why is the fifth chakra Archangel Gabriel here? Why is the throat chakra here? Okay. Oh. Okay. She's not speaking the fact that she wants to move on, either into a marriage with someone from the past, you know. Yeah, she's not speaking that now she needs to move to calmer waters. You know, things are looking up, an end of a difficult situation, taking a trip. You know, traditional viewpoints or methods, spiritual organizations seek mentors and like-minded others, memories and history. And so this is childhood and nostalgia. So either she wants to move away from this or she wants to move towards it. So there's a relationship from her past that she's constantly thinking about. And if it has anything to do with this community card, because when I see this card, I always think about like community property. You know what I mean? Like everybody's thing. Every time I see that, even though that's not what a card represents in the book, but that's what I see when I'm reading most of the time. Why is nothing will come of this situation? The Void of Course Moon here. Why is the Void of Course Moon here? Why is the Void? Yeah, see? It's time for her to move on. So if she's treating herself like a community property and staying involved in a third-party situation that she needs to put an end to, you know, it's telling her it's time to move on. It's time for her to take control of her dark and her shadow side and her light side and move on. because there's important achievements here, but she has to have a lot of self-discipline to get it. And number 12, which is also a 3, which is a 3, you know, new beginnings, Empress mode. And it says, it's time to start your journey from the Black-Hearted Oracle. And it says, scraped, bumped, lumped up, oh yes. Your soul is battered and bruised. Oh yes, it's time for you to make a choice. The cries from your spirit is now a deafening voice. Life at times calls us to our path, but we are so distracted by the trappings of the physical world that we drown out this internal voice of integrity. Staying on a road filled with tremendous obstacles, blockages, and detours. All the while, this still, steady voice awaits the day you submit like a prodigal son returning to his father's house, a.k.a. the seat of the soul, in order to reclaim your birthright, gaining access to the map of your life's journey. You have come to a time of soul retrieval. Your past lessons have brought you to this point. Let go of the ego's hand and take hold of your higher self. Your destiny and legacy is stretched out before you. So place your feet on that true path, because it's time to start your journey. Right? So as we can see, she's being called to disconnect from the people of her past that she's nostalgic over, you know, and remaining in a lower level right here of being like a pass around donkey. Like, I'm sorry, but that's what I'm seeing. Like, it's telling her, like, nothing is going to come of this situation. This is a void, of course. And she gets a Chariot on top of that. So spiritual guidance as well, because it's a 7 to move on. And the Black-Hearted Oracle is telling her it's time for her to start her journey. Why is the Journey card here? Okay, thank you. Yeah. Because there's competing goals, bothersome details, conflict with others. Yeah. And it's affecting her throat chakra. You know? Why is the Abundance card here? And this card speaks of how we view money. Like, it speaks of a man who dropped his golden coin and he sat at the bar crying over it all the time. But then a girl in the same drain that he dropped his coin saw it and fashioned bubblegum on a string to get the golden coin and saved all the golden coins and now bought herself a house. While this man who could have done the same thing, but he was more in a more pessimistic view than being optimistic, you know, he sat there crying over something from his past instead of finding a way to achieve the abundance he was looking for by moving on. Why is the Abundance card here? So it's asking you how you see abundance. Yeah. She's going to have to go into her home hermit mode, right? Learn the lessons from the past. It's time for her to be more self-discovered, to know exactly who she is. You know, don't be the person wearing the mask and continue to be haunted by people of your past. It's time to let that go. Why is the Hermit here with the Abundance? Why is the Hermit here with the Abundance? Thank you. Strength, yeah. And as you can see, she's going to need strength to do this because it's not going to be just an easy road. This is an uphill battle to come out of the things that we're so accustomed to. Oh my goodness. Okay, I'm so sorry. I didn't give you guys the opening guidance. I always do this. Wow. 15, transformation. The power of your intent leads you around the sacred wheel of endeavor. Begin today with trust and innocence in the early hours. Imagine a quiet pond and see the reflection of your true self. At noon, take a moment to close your eyes and dream. Imagine the transformation that this day offers you. Through your ability to love, seek the strength and wisdom to bring this transformation into action and into the words you speak. At night, give thanks for the illumination you have found. Know that the form of your intent leads you to the power of transformation. Wow. These things, okay. So it fits right into what it's saying. It's telling her that every day you have is a day for you to make the right choices for your own personal life and your path. We don't have to get stuck in the melancholy of what was and be haunted by what was and the people and circumstances and situations that was. Yes, it's going to be hard, but it'll be made easier when you can fully come into yourself and realize the strength that you do have. You know? So let's see why this mountain is here. Why is the mountain here for the descending feminine Gemini? Thank you. 3 of air. Yeah. You know, but it's harder to stick in a broken heart stated, like a broken-hearted state. It's harder to stick here. You know, it's so much easier for you to collect yourself together, all the broken pieces. And while you're on your journey towards your happiness and your healing, you know, you carry your star, which is your healing, with you. And all your little shards, they mend themselves back together and you become stronger than you ever could be once you can tame the beast within. Why is the 3 of air here with the mountain? Yeah. After she could do the healing, you know, because, well, not after, but this is what has caused, is that she thought that whatever relationship she was in was a soulmate relationship, but it just led to a broken heart and an uphill battle trying to get abundance out of the situation, but she needed to focus more on her own personal growth and healing. Can you elaborate on the 3 of air and the 2 of water, please? Thank you. Yeah. Come on now. Like, look at this. You know? This, whatever she thought was a soulmate relationship, was based on heartache and burdens. And just the uphill, not even up mountain stride. Like, I wouldn't want to have to climb that. You know? I wouldn't want to have to climb that. But I would do it if I had to do it to get to my healing. You know, to overcome this heartache that was caused by what I thought was a 2 of cups. Why is the star card here for the descending Gemini feminine? Thank you. Yeah. So within her taking a leap of faith on her own dreams and endeavors is where she'll find her healing. Why is the instinct card here? Thank you. Yeah, justice. She has to follow her instincts. That's the only way she's going to get the justice that she requires, is by listening to the inner self and the inner child. You know, and mending. Like, don't think that your shadow is here and it's bad. Like, you have to work with your shadow and go through the necessary transformation here. And come out of a state of lack. Because you have everything you need inside. It's just, are you willing to accept the power that you actually have? Why is the flowers? Oh, okay. The flowers are here with the page of air. Challenging information, delays, change of plans, truth delivered without tact. So maybe she's observing the fact that somebody is offering up love and attention and happiness and, you know, giving someone else tokens of love, and it's caused a heavy burden on her heart. Why is the page of air here with the flowers? Yeah, see? Someone they're giving to someone else, and they're wanting an equal give and take with that other person. And she's coming into knowledge of this because it's right underneath all of these cards about the burdens. Why is the gambling card here? Why is the dice here for the descending Gemini feminine? Ace of fire in reverse, but you know, I don't clarify. I mean, I don't read my clarifiers with this deck in reverse. Yeah, so she's gambling, offering up passion as a way to gamble with her love and her past. Yeah. She's gambling with her passion And what she needs to do is defend her beliefs and decisions and stand her ground, but choose her battles wisely. But she's gambling with it. Okay. Yeah, see? And all is going to end up is right back to the transformation that needs to happen. The dreamer. It's a death card. It's time to release this stuff. Like, stop holding on to this passion that's only leading to heartache. You know, what you're gambling with is your path. Is taking a leap of faith on you and following your own dreams. I mean, is this person even worth it? It's keeping you trapped in your mind because of what you figure is material opportunity with somebody who's full of passion. And you feel it's your wish fulfillment, but it's really an unwise decision that's filled with a lot of backstabbing. And choices need to be made with partners so that you can either be an emperor or find an emperor that can balance things out for you and you can have stability. But you're going to have to release it. Let's shuffle this a little bit before we ask if there's anything else they want to tell you. Oh, wait. Where did this card come from? I don't know when this popped, so. Or maybe it goes here where she's still trying to work on this. But I'm sorry I didn't see when that popped. So I don't know where it fits in. But it was the 8 of air. If it fell over here, then you need to stop working on this stuff. Stop working on being community property. Like, you deserve so much more. Put an end to this stuff. Okay. Is there anything? Okay. Yeah. 3 of water, King of water. Anything else you'd like to tell the descending Gemini before we go? Star. Anything else? Balance. Anything else you'd like to tell? Yeah. Let's get one more. Ooh, thank you. Yeah, see? She's so focused on love. But there's so many major arcanas out here for this. You know, again, with the, the amount of 3s that's on this board, I have to say that it's a third party situation. Like, the community card, the 3 of earth, the 3 of swords, the 3 of cups. But she feels like that's where she gets her happiness. Like, whatever he's offering her is good enough. But it's not, because she's still in need of so much healing and strength. And she needs to find balance. You know, apologize to herself for thinking that this is a 10 of Cups situation when really a judgment call needs to be made. Because it's an unwise choice and she needs to choose to love herself first, allow the will to change so she can be compassionate and loving and nurturing to self. You know, this cup has to be for her. Okay? So, before we go, 15, Serenity, Divine Light. It says, in divine light, you overflow with love. You carry the sacred arrows that teach you about the clouds so full of water that rain comes like droplets of wisdom into your sea of consciousness. And you begin to learn. The sacred flute carries your prayers of love and all the symbols of treasured peoples. And dreams reflect upon you with the light of the great sun. You are a sacred lover full of fragrance, and the wind comes to spread your perfume across the land. You stand before the Great Spirit in the state of grace, Name your darkness, that sad quality that you have held. And as you call it by name, feel it begin to disappear. You hold onto your faith the same way you grip your arrows of destiny. You are not meant to live in darkness, but in the light of your own integrity. Move with the flow of life and let go of any sadness from your earlier years. Be serene and at ease as the light begins to define you. Exactly. It's time for a transformation. To let whatever go from the past that is still haunting you. And find your balance within following your dreams. All right, I thank you so much for coming to the Black Hearted Oracle. I pray these messages found you well. I hope that you find your higher self in the quiet places, and may Ma'at hold you in her loving grace. Ashe.